What's up, Dunwoody? Welcome back to the podcast. It's all about Dunwoody, Georgia. My name is Matt Weber. Show is brought to you by Dr. Brett Friedman and
Discover Dunwoody.
Yes. Welcome back. Mark Galvin is here from Discover Dunwoody. And whenever we start up, we always think, oh, there's not a whole lot to talk about. And then we start writing things down and there's like 20 things here to talk about. So let's breeze through them. What is new in Dunwoody, Mark?
So right off the top, Matt, since I know you, I can call you Matt, right? Because we're friends, right?
Good call.
Matt, I love that you bring me on to let me talk about these great things. So we appreciate you and your reach and the things that you do for our great city. So thank you again.
Thanks,
I can't tell you how much we appreciate you.
I'm trying to, when people compliment me now, I'm just trying to say thank you instead of playing it down. Because my whole life, I've just kind of like played things down. Lately, I've been trying to say, thank you, Mark. I appreciate that.
That's good. Is this the AI version of you or the real version?
The real version of me.
Saying that.
Real version.
And you do AI really well. Let's just get this going, right?
If my body's moving, that means it's me. If I'm just kind of sitting here like this.
Still like this?
Yeah, that's not me.
Your torso is not moving. Did you hear that the Iranians are using AI to create massive crowds of support? That is such a surprise that they would do that. Anyway, listen, let's not go political, right?
No.
We want people to watch your show. The number one thing, let's talk about High Street. High Street is such an important part of our city. So there were these two old brown office buildings that were over there, sitting there in what will the future be, the middle of High Street. They've already ripped them down.
Oh, yeah? Did they find anything interesting there?
Well, I didn't personally see this, but I heard the helicopters flying around. I think they found human remains.
Yeah. I bet Greg Bluestein probably did that. He used to work there.
Do you think he's got a whole second life? Is that, do you think that they call him and say, let's off the next political candidate? Because, he probably knows everybody lives.
His biggest competition. All right, enough about Greg. Let's back to High Street.
That's actually, can we just talk about Greg Bluestein? I like Greg.
Stay on track.
He's a good guy. All right, so they're pulling out the buildings, which is good news, High Street is back to building. And so just as everybody, if you know it or not, High Street's supposed to go all the way down to Hammond.
Yeah.
You'll be able to go down Hammond, and when State Farm is on your left-ish, you'll be able to turn right into High Street. So that's
a very smart man once told me that High Street was going to be bigger than the Avalon. And I love that little fact. I love throwing that out at parties.
And it is, and they say it again and again and again, and these are the same developers. The one thing that will be different between High Street and Avalon is there's not going to be a townhome development on one side.
Yeah.
It is, but the commercial piece will be bigger. And plus right across the street from Perimeter Mall and MARTA, they really are excited about their own future there.
Yeah.
So that continues. An important part about this is they are planning on putting in a hotel, which we love. More to come on that, but the hotel will be situated really in the middle. I guess the better way of describing it, in the next block down from what's already built is where they're talking about putting a nice upscale hotel, actually. Okay. So we're excited for that. And
that'd be a great place to stay if you come to town. People ask me what hotels to stay at, and I don't really know. I say Element a lot. I know you can't. I know you can't show favorites, but whatever they put in High Street would probably be my next favorite, I would think.
You know what? That's such an interesting
point. There's everything there.
I don't have favorites. You should stay. I don't care. Just stay in a hotel in Dunwoody.
Yeah.
But there's different versions of hotels. If you want a full service hotel, you've got 3 to pick from. So pick your full service from there. If you want limited service, right, maybe just breakfast. There's lots of hotels for that. One of the things, this is very true. Our hotels are more upscale than our neighboring cities. So Sandy Springs, and Sandy Springs will say this. Adam Barrios, who runs the Visit Sandy Springs, a version of us in Sandy Springs, will tell you that we have more upscale hotels in Dunwoody, we have full service hotels, period. He has one of those. The Westin, by the way, not in Dunwoody. Did you know that? The Westin is not in Dunwoody. Don't stay there. Stay in Dunwoody.
Okay.
But we have so many great hotels. There is let's shift gears. There's a restaurant opening at the end of June in High Street, Varuni Napoli. Or is it Napoli? So I'm really curious. I'd love to have people vote. Do people ever comment on your shows and make lots of?
People don't even watch them.
Yes, the two people that watch it. We'd like for you two people, which is you and
50-50 vote.
Make a comment. Is it Varuni Napoli or Varuni Napoli? And I don't know the answer to that.
But the problem with commenting is they're both spelled the same,
How do you
have to do pronunciation?
How do you say that? How do you type that phonetically? I don't know. Anyway, they're opening the end of June. Pizza place. I hear you know a little bit about pizza.
Yep, and I'm excited about that one. I just love High Street. I could talk about High Street this whole episode.
It is pretty cool. Went to Hampton Social recently with Gray Television, who does all our digital marketing. Had a wonderful dinner. They did a great job. They took good care of us. So yeah, I really like that place.
Yeah.
All right, I got a new place that's opening. Over there at the State Farm building is Krua Thai, Krua. I may be saying that wrong too. Okay. Krua Thai is opening over in the State Farm building. It's a Thai kitchen and craft bar. So that's pretty cool.
That is cool. Are there more people showing up at State Farm? I know after COVID, those were it was bad timing. Those were kind of empty for a while. Are they starting to fill up a little bit more?
Yeah.
If restaurants are coming.
I hope so. Makata is over there. Arguably the best sushi in Dunwoody. It is fantastic.
Very good things.
They're doing better and better. The other thing that's over there is Louisiana Bistro, and I love Louisiana Bistro.
Here we go again. I know you do.
I love that place. Anyway, please go to Louisiana Bistro. We do not want them to leave. Anyway, I think those restaurants are doing it.
You personally don't.
I don't have favorites, but I do think that restaurant is fantastic.
Okay.
Have I brought them up before? I have to go back.
Yeah, many, many times. And I still haven't been. Cajun food is just not me.
You would like it.
Okay. Let's move on.
You just need to go. In fact, I think we should stay here for another 10 minutes until you agree to go.
Okay, I'll go. You take me, I'll go.
All right. You're on. I'll take you to lunch there. You're interested in the Kroger.
I am.
Right? That's going in at the Walmart.
I want to know if there's a gas station.
Well, they submitted their build-out plans to the city for approval. That is happening, which is great news. And
wait, the gas station's happening, or?
I have not heard it's not. Everything has been, there's going to be a gas station.
Okay.
So I'm going to you've heard it here first. There will be a gas station. Which will be another good opportunity. We need more gas stations. I think we need more gas stations in the Dunwoody area. And that'll be nice because it is off the road down there by Sproul Gallery. Go to Sproul Gallery, hang a left, and the gas station will be down there on the left once they open it.
Okay.
And then there's a new restaurant opening over the sign is up, Patrones. Actually, I said that as Italian. I think it's more, I think it's Spanish. But Patrones is opening another bar and restaurant. So that's really good news.
All right, quick timeout. You thinking about selling your home this year? Probably not. Statistically, like 10% of you are. And if that's you, I would love to be a realtor right now. If that's not you, plug into my What's Up Dunwoody Facebook pages and groups. You can follow Top End ATL on TikTok and Instagram. Let me help keep you informed on what's going on around town. And then when you do need an agent, you know right where to find me. Or maybe you know somebody who would like to move to the area. You can send them some of What's Up Dunwoody stuff and say something like, this guy would be a fun agent to work with, because it's true. I'm actually super fun to work with. And I know this city and I love this city more than the next guy. So if you ever need a real estate question answered, a neighborhood opinion, or just help connecting the dots around Dunwoody, hit me up. And thanks for listening to the podcast. This episode and every episode of the show is brought to you by Discover Dunwoody, Dunwoody's destination marketing organization that is focused on promoting the city, supporting local businesses, and driving visitors here. And if you follow What's Up Dunwoody on social, you've already seen a lot of their stuff. I'm constantly sharing their amazing videos that they put out because, frankly, they're better than I can make. So why not share theirs? The events page on their website is another one of the best resources in the city, and way more people should be using it. It's constantly updated. So bookmark whatsupdunwoody.com/events and look at it once a week because there's always something fun happening here. You just don't know where to find it.
And then we got a bunch of events happening. I'd love to tell you about the events, and then we'll go some other things.
Breeze through them. Let's go.
Everybody knows this, but spring is when so many great things happen in Dunwoody. Monarchs and Margaritas is happening in April. So all this, let's see, I think all of this is in April. Yes. So Monarchs and Margarita is in April the 2nd. That is Dunwoody Nature Center's big fundraiser. Go to that. It's great fun. Super time to see everybody you want to know in Dunwoody. Dunwoody Arts Festival is in May. It's always on Mom's Day. I'm jumping around to hit there a bit. But Dunwoody Arts Festival, May 9 through 10. Back to April. Green Eggs and Kegs, our good friend David Abus hosts that on April the 18th. Lemonade Days is happening April the 22nd to 26th. Don't forget about that. Take all the kids to Lemonade Days. Lauren Sock hosts her event, Active Dunwoody's Scavenger Hunt, one night on April the 23rd. It's down in Perimeter. You don't have to run, although it's a running group from 6:30 to 7:45, and she's going to have you go all over Perimeter and win fun awards. And then, you know what? The last thing on my list is this thing that's called the 4th of July Parade. Get ready. Who is our, do we have a Grand Marshal picked yet?
We do. It's DPT, the Dunwoody Preservation Trust. It was, so
the whole trust.
Yeah, this is the 50th year. I think they're just doing two people, but I don't want to say it. I don't want to say exactly who the marshals are because it is DPT. That's what we want to do because the 50th year of the parade, and that's an exciting year. That's a big year for the parade. 50 years is a long, long time. And DPT has been, a big part of that, a big part of the history of Dunwoody and preserving the history of Dunwoody. So we thought that worked out well.
I think that's great. And there's so many, this is a notable year. We're celebrating 250 years in the U.S. It's just a big deal. It's in the middle of the World Cup happening. So this year's going to be pretty exciting. And you have guaranteed me a downpour to keep me cool. So that's great. Yep. One of the best 4th of July parades I think I've ever been in was the year it rained buckets.
It was definitely memorable. I have 2 of your Discover Dunwoody umbrellas in my garage that I just saw.
You do?
Yeah, because you were just giving them out for free.
Well, we needed to be giving those out for free. Yeah, so pay attention now. Show up. We're always going to give out something new. So this is the 2024 pool ball. We're working on coming up with a fun giveaway for the trolley. Look for the trolley. The Dunwoody trolley will be our. A float's the wrong word. Our vehicle that we've entered into the parade. We'll have that again, and look for that. We'll have a fun giveaway. Last year,
and you guys are always really helpful with the parade because you putting the banners up all over the mall area, and you give us money. You really help support the parade, so we appreciate it.
I personally put up the banners at the mall. So we gave away this guy last year. This is not the one that we gave away. We had the thing. Anyway, so we'll find something fun to give away this year. Watch for us. We're going to get more. That's the big thing. Ray has said this. Ray Izell, our executive director. We need to have more stuff to give away because when we got down to the end, we ran out. So we'll have more. Make sure we can give everybody our.
A lot of people do that. When they ask where I should sit at the parade, I always say, well, there's a great spot at the beginning, a great spot at the end. There's a great spot even further down at the festival. But that last spot right at the turn there, it's there's not a whole lot of giveaways. Everybody gives their stuff away too quickly.
You run out. It's too easy.
But
we'll have more.
Don't throw it. They do not throw from the floats. That is one thing that this year is all about safety, and we're not going to be doing that. We're not going to be throwing things from the float.
We had decided for a minute to do rocks.
Yeah.
So we could throw them, little logoed rocks, and we can just heave them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a big deal. You guys told us do not throw, especially with these balls. You said don't do them. We did roll them down the street, which was like great fun. And so we, hit all these balls rolling down the street to the kids that wanted them.
That's great.
So lots of great events. This is a great place to be. And if you're looking for more events, go to createdunwoody.org. Create Dunwoody is a great organization that is always putting together activation programming in and around Dunwoody.
Or they could go to whatsupdunwoody.com/events to be taken to Discover Dunwoody's page, because that is where all of the Dunwoody events are. And you guys do a good job of keeping up with it. You still haven't implemented that calendar that I was telling you about, where it like automatically feeds to your iPhone calendar, but soon to come, right?
It's happening. Sometime. I'm writing the software myself. Just
the few times that I have good ideas, I really push them.
Yeah. Just for Matthew Weber.
Yes.
He's asked for that.
So
there's that golf simulator thing. You want to talk about that?
Yes. That
it probably should have been above the events on my list, but Bunkers is coming to Ashford Lane. It's a golf simulator. Mm-hmm. You can go play a round of golf in air conditioning. How great is that?
On your lunch break, you can leave
State Farm, a round of golf
and go over.
Break.
You can play quick. I don't know about
play
round,
4 holes.
You can play a few holes. It'd be a great place.
So definitely go check that out. Stable. Have you heard of Stable?
Yeah, everybody knows about Stable. We can probably move on from that.
Really? So you think everybody already knows? All right. That is exciting, actually.
Maybe it's just the world
because he's so good for us.
Yeah.
He's good. We appreciate what he offers because it gives us so many good options. And he knows how to run a restaurant. That guy knows how to run a restaurant.
He definitely does. And Mitch is doing a good job with Morty's too. Morty's expanded, and now they have the dueling pianos and that kind of stuff.
That space, you know what? That was good. That space needed to expand. It was a little tight.
It's getting a lot of like Atlanta clout too. Like other Atlanta magazines, like bigger than what we are here, are covering it, which is cool.
That's good. Well,
dueling
they should.
Pianos. I guess whoever they hired for dueling pianos is a big deal. I'm not in the dueling piano scene, but I've heard.
Yeah. I went out and bought a piano just because of it. I thought it was such a cool idea.
So you can duel someday.
All right. So
food court at the mall.
Food court is moving. That is such an interesting thing. It came up. It shocked.
Makes no sense.
Me. I was surprised. I don't mind telling you, I was really surprised when I heard this. But here's the deal. It's moving down to a space that's closer to Macy's. If you can imagine this, you'll come out of Macy's on the ground floor, turn left, and that's where the food court will be. The mall said it's a bit of a choke point where it is now, so they want to put it in a different place. It'll be more like a food hall feel, still a food court, but you'll walk in, and that space by itself will be the food court. What do you think about that?
And there's going to be an outside area too, from what I've heard.
There is. Like I didn't know that.
You can sit outside.
Oh, cool.
It's exciting.
That's good. We'll have to add that to my notes.
It's a little thing that shouldn't excite me, but I think it's cool.
Well, listen, what we like about you is that you do get excited about little things.
Yeah, it's a little Dunwoody.
That is, you love the granularness of Dunwoody, right?
Well, and when I put out a video that does well, like I do that top end ATL series, which if you're not following, go on Instagram and type in top end ATL, and it takes you. It's most of Dunwoody, but it's a lot of the surrounding areas too. And whenever a topic pops, like that excites me. And that one did well. So
that's
people
interesting.
Are excited about the food court moving.
That's cool. Yeah, a lot of interest there. There's a couple other things at the mall. Pop Mart is at the mall. Very popular destination. So if you haven't gone to see that. And then according to the marketing women in my office, they've all said, and I'm going to say this wrong, Aritzia, Aritzia, Aritzia is coming to Perimeter Mall this summer. That's a women's clothing store, and evidently everybody loves to order from them online. But now there'll be a physical spot, and this is new. We didn't talk about this. The Wall Street Journal put out an article recently saying the young generation, the generation that's coming up now, loves the mall. Malls have a huge resurgence. There's more and more young folks going to malls now because they like the human interaction. They like to be face to face with people. Where does that come from? This is great. I think it's good for them.
Yeah, there's not that many malls at this point. They've all kind of gone under, except for ours. And so it seems like every big thing is coming to Perimeter Mall, which is great.
It is such a good point. You know, I was always surprised that Perimeter Mall did as well as it does, and it continues to do well. Nick Nicolosi is the general manager over there. We talk to him frequently. He serves on our board, as a matter of fact. And so we have a good sense of what's happening there. And the future of the mall is bright. That's awesome. A lot of exciting things going on over there. And all the restaurants and everything. It's great.
The mall is just a huge part of Dunwoody.
It is. It's why I'd argue it formed Perimeter, period. The whole Perimeter region started because of that mall. So it's exciting.
Absolutely.
And that's all I got. I mean, I got no more things to share. I could make stuff up though.
No, that's great. Let's wrap it up. 20 minutes. This is perfect.
I love it.
Make sure if you want to know more about the city of Dunwoody, you can always follow What's Up Dunwoody and Discover Dunwoody, but also check out the trolley tour, because Lauren Sock did your trolley tour last month. I'll probably do it again this year at some point. But it's really fun. So
the trolley tour happens the second Thursday of every month. It is free. It happens, it departs from the worldwide headquarters of Discover Dunwoody at 1:30 in the afternoon. While it is not at lunch, do not come fully fed. We feed you. We give you lots of great beverages. It runs from 1:30 to 4:30. You get to see all corners of the city, and it's one of the best things we do. I don't mind telling you. I think it's one of the most successful endeavors we've implemented.
Yeah, I would actually disagree. I would say that you probably do need to start with a little bit of food in your stomach, because there's a lot of drinks.
Right. Well, so I did say don't come fully fed. So have a light
you need
lunch.
Something. Yeah.
All right. There is some alcohol served. Well, you just don't have to drink. You don't drink, so
no, I don't. But there's everywhere you go, they're like, here's a drink, and you know what? When people offer you a drink, people just pick it up and take a drink.
Try our craft cocktails. It's good for you.
Midday beverage.
That's right.
Okay. Well, cool. Thanks, Mark.
Rock on, man. Thank you again. Love what you do. And I appreciate you letting me come on and chat with you once a month.
Thank you. We'll see you next month.
See you then.